So we're here with Amanda Magee.
Hi.
Hi, Amanda. So tell us a little bit about your business.
So I own an advertising and communications business called Trampoline Design in upstate New York, but at the same time I have my blog, amandamagee.com.
Trampoline is such a great name.
Yeah.
How did you come up with it? What does it mean?
So we spent time developing a business plan. The business is two married couples. And when we started, our business partners had kids, and my husband and I did not. And before we could get into the nitty-gritty of business planning, we had to entertain their kids. And so inevitably, we would jump on their trampoline. And so we spent weeks looking for a name, and it was going to be like Dagger Design or, edge-minded. And they just all sounded contrived. And one day, we just said trampoline, How do you feel on a trampoline? Weightless.
Right.
Capable, imaginative. So we did that, and I would just say that hindsight being 2020. Anyone out there starting a business, my email is amanda@designtramp.com, and let's just say that certain spam filters catch the tramp. Yep.
So what are the kinds of things you're passionate about?
So I'm in my mid-40s, and I think what I have realized is that we place a lot of limits on ourselves, almost as if we believe there's some moment when we're supposed to stop wearing bright colors or stop listening to top 40 music or no glitter on your eyelids, and maybe that's a good rule, but I am passionate about working on myself, and I mean that in every sense of the term. During the election, I was donating money, and I was being very opinionated on Twitter during the debates, but I didn't put a bumper sticker on my car. I was afraid. And there came a moment, and it was obviously too late, when I decided that I needed to be able to wear that literally on my sleeve. And I think that being able to define ourselves and change ourselves is so important. So I write about that, and that may take the form of writing about the birds and bees conversation that happened with my oldest kid in a way I didn't expect on Christmas Eve. Or it could be about feeling really fit and having a sore knee and not being able to run, and where do you put that? Where does that frustration and sense of failure go, and how do you keep going?
What do you read to better yourself?
I love reading stuff that I wish I had written myself, and you don't always know that going in. I'm just starting to get content through Flipboard. I have been a fan of Medium, mostly because it has exposed me to new voices. I'm a white, straight woman, so context for me, I kind of have to seek it. And so reading writers of color and that have other interests and places where they've come from. I used to read certain magazines you could buy at the check stand at the grocery store, and I just don't have time or space for that anymore. But then you come to conferences like this, and Juliana Margulies, who you read about in one of those magazines, is here talking straight. So that's it.
How does technology fuel your business and your passion?
So we're in upstate New York. And so we're about 4 hours from New York City, 4 hours from Boston. Technology makes it possible for me as a marketing and communication strategist to work with, a college in Boston or a hop farmer in the Yakima Valley. And personally, yesterday my kids, their schools were evacuated for a bomb threat. They have phones, and I was grateful for it because they were texting. Here I am in Orlando, they're in Queensbury, New York, and I'm on Twitter reading the updates from our newspaper. So technology. So I think it is an incredible connector and an educator. I think that people in my industry run the risk of stagnating because they think they have the best platform. You know, we all used Google Reader, and then, you know, you had to switch. And if you get too comfortable, I think technology is about, it's almost like a river. And if you get hung up on a little limb that's sticking out, you miss so much.
What's something that you've learned on your journey to this point?
That sometimes the zinger that you might put out, the satisfaction is very fleeting. And that 9 times out of 10, you shouldn't do it, but that one time you do it is really, really awesome. And that you can find community and insight online.
Great. Thank you so much, Amanda.
Thank you. This was fun.